Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 10th episode of Tonari no Kyuuketsuki-san. And last episode, we had a school festival or something, which was a lot of fun. We met a vampire hunter, which was a little bit less fun, but in the end, she was convinced that these vampires are cool. You know, they're cute girls, nothing to worry about. And we had a bathing scene, which was very, very fun. Had a very, very well animated butt touch scene from Ellie. So yeah, I'd say that was a pretty good scene. Like, best scene of the episode, probably, I would say. So yeah, let's see what we're in for with this episode. 3, 2, 1, cut. I see. You look like a vampire. We have enough vampires in the show already. It's quite a plot twist. Like, did Ellie bite you? Yeah. What do I say to your parents about this? They trusted me with you. Yes, this is modern costume technology. Wow, we're actually going there. I really don't expect that development because this is a slice of life anime. I mean, that would be really cool if they were actually able to, if they actually were bold enough to go down that road, make a main character a vampire. But yeah, they would never do it because it would change the dynamic way too much, but I would really respect that if they were willing to do that. But yeah, as soon as she saw that she was a vampire, I knew she was going to take it too seriously, and I knew she would accuse Ellie. Because she's the only other girl that could turn her into a vampire, obviously. But yeah, Sophie, you're adorable. And slide into her. Good job. And Hinata's not going to be left out, and neither will Ellie. It's all a very big, you know, bundle of love between all those characters. It's just so much love just in general. There's a reason why I could very easily ship any character with any other character in that group. But I think, you know, Kari looks great as a vampire, you know? The vampire and the end of the year. Makes sense. We could go trick-or-treating, you know? I'm sure you could. Wow, she looks oddly good on that, but I'd probably choose something different. Don't get ahead of yourself, Sakari. Yeah, that's what you do in the modern age. You just order your costume online. Yeah, she only has your best interest at heart, Sakari. And everyone, even the unimportant characters showed up. Nice. Right here in front of us. Or you could do that, I guess, if you want to, whatever. And what are you wearing, Sophie? Let me see. Oh. A vampire cosplaying as a witch for Halloween. I can get behind that. I think it looks fine. Don't be such a downer. Is this something to cry about? Well, at least that's something. Yeah, it's time consuming to make a single costume, you know? So let's see the others. She's an adorable witch. Oh. Gothic zombies. The blood's a nice touch. I do quite like the costumes. Embarrassing. I mean, children trick-or-treating walk around in their costume. Yeah, which, yeah, of course, that would be embarrassing. Who would ever walk around in their con cosplay? Oh, okay, Ellie, I didn't even think about what she would wear. Meanwhile, the polar opposite of the shame spectrum. Hinata! Hinata! Oh my god, Hinata, you look so cute. It's too bad you had to follow up Ellie, but still, you look great. Don't be mean. That is a good camera angle there. Yeah, whenever I hear the name Mikan, I think of the visual novel Wanko to Koroso. Don't bring Twilight into this. Well, we're tails taken straight up. As is mine, honestly, if you're curious. Mostly because of Ellie, but partly because of Hinata. I agree. Are you gonna suck her blood? Please? Oh? Are you? You're getting close. Wow. Just straight up admitting that. Nice. I mean, that wasn't obvious shit, but it's good to hear from her. This has been a good episode so far, I'll be honest. Just, Ellie's costume is definitely eye-catching. Can we play a trick on you, Ellie? Because I have some suggestions. As usual, Akari and I are on the same wavelength. Yeah. Seriously, Hinata, you look really good in that. Like, I mean, Ellie's probably got my attention the most, but yours, I think you look the best in that outfit. You look adorable in the whiskers. Yes, bite that neck, suck that blood. This is a Halloween party, guys. This is a great Halloween party. It looks like so much fun. Just look at that. Just look at all of that. And tell me you're not jealous or you don't get to be a part of it. How about a little bit of blood, perhaps? That's some Halloween food right there. Good job. That's some dedication. Like, the zombies are the most enthusiastic to eat this human flesh, so makes sense. I agree. And did I hear kind of a crunching sound from that? Oh, Ellie, that is just an amazing outfit. Yes, we need to hang out soon. I kind of want to watch this scene of Ellie just walking there, because that probably would have been entertaining. Because that would be a cold outfit to wear, too. I bet. What? No, there was something there. You wanted to say something. Is Ellie gonna stalk them? Because I can get behind that. Oh. I'm okay with that, too. I'm definitely okay with that. Yeah, we wouldn't want that. Wow, it's some blushing. They are. So yeah, some nice shippiness between those two. Definitely appreciated. Nice. I'm sure. I hope so. You know, open presents and stuff. It depends on the person, really. You can spend time with your lover, with your family, alone, drinking, whatever you want. Exactly. I imagine not much. In her coffin? Oh. Yeah, that's good too. And yes, I know what Pixiv is. I'm aware of that imageware website. I don't go to it much, but I am aware of it. I technically made an account on it. That would be a great present. Just gotta wrap up your naked body in a ribbon and it'll be great. I'm so glad Ellie is part of this show. It would not be the same without her. Akari wouldn't be that hard to shop for, really. Why salt? Right, I guess it would be. Yeah, I'm sure you would appreciate that. But wow, is he not just adorable, just laying on the bed like that? Getting all happy by herself? That good old paraphone. Maybe? Let's see. Oh. Uh, I can't even picture her wearing that, honestly. Not everyone is like you, Ellie. I know you'd probably like that sort of thing, but... we should. Oh, speaking of... another shippy scene between these two. So I'm talking just alone, you and me. Exactly, so it's just you and me. Wow, really, really shippy with this scene. That's the implication. Yo, don't interrupt, don't interrupt. Yeah, you know, to just... too late. I'm glad Hinata was supportive of that. Try not to interfere. I love this show. I really do. Allowed. Who's gonna tell you otherwise? I mean, unorthodox maybe, but it's fine. Chocolate cake. I knew she was gonna say that. Anime characters always like strawberry cakes for some reason. I don't know why, but it's like every single anime character ever, well, at least female anime character ever, likes strawberry cakes. Yeah, we just have to add enough blood to it. They'll enjoy it. We can make a blood cake. I was joking, but I would love to see you do that. But yeah, there's all sorts of cakes out there. There's hair cakes, you know, vomit cakes, human cakes, chocolate cakes, which is my preferred one. Maybe we should. Are you good at cooking? Is that a good idea? That's why you don't touch it. No, you don't do that. Sounds like a great idea. Like all of it. But especially the anime part. This has just been an episode of parties, hasn't it? I like how quick we just bounced from a Halloween party. Oh. We got the blood cake. She's really made a blood cake. Ah. I don't know. I mean, you have vampire strength, I'm sure you can manage. Oh, what are we doing now? Oh, the gift exchange, I guess? Yeah, it took me a second to remember, but... they didn't mention that. Well, that's for the best. You're the true ship for you guys, so... Nice, I guess. You could try it. I mean, anime girls don't need makeup, but you could always just wear it anyway. Oh. Oh. Wow, you do look really nice like that, actually. This has been a very shippy episode in general. More Yuri manga. I'm sure. She seems like a vampire of excellent taste. Is it something... Oh. Huh. Oh, okay. That's what she meant by that. Okay. I was wondering what the implication there was. I guess that explains it. She just noticed how cold her hands were and wanted to help warm it up. Wow, that's definitely a Hinata present. It really is. Yeah. She knows she likes it. I think everyone was pretty happy with their presents. That's great. Today just has been going very well for all of you, hasn't it? Not that I'm jealous or anything. Good job, Sophie. I mean, they're vampires. I doubt they're that bothered. Yeah, exactly. Plus, you know, Sophie has gloves now. Yeah, but nobody was gonna mention that. I think it's fine, though. It's red like blood, so I'm sure she liked it either way. See, she's wearing it. See, she liked it. uh... yeah, that's what really makes a difference. I guess that's a trash. Man, people have been coming over all day. All episode, I guess I should say. Of course, she hangs out here a lot. Just flying like it's the most natural thing in the world. Ooh, Kotatsu. Time to break that out. Nice. That's the way to get everyone excited. Let's not waste any time. That's definitely true. Once you get inside the Kotatsu, there's no leaving. Cute. I kind of thought they were singing at first or something. I'm sure you do. So when do I get my turn, by the way? Nah, you're not gonna have a warm lap. You're a vampire. Wow, you're gonna... You're gonna scare off the cats, Ellie. I guess because she wasn't gonna get some lap attention, she just wanted to scare them off. And chicken. This is a party. Yeah, and if anime wouldn't lie to me. Oh, I didn't know that. That phrasing could not have been worse. I can get behind that. I can get behind half of that. That's quite a bit different. Wow, Akara, you're the same age as her. Almost midnight. And now it is, okay. I was expecting more of a countdown there, but okay. Kampai! Nobody's gonna... Oh, there we go. Yes, a bit of a difference of perspective here. And then 2 hours pass. The blink of an eye. A tendency to do that. Yeah, that's funny. So did everybody else, don't feel too bad. Wake up, Hinata, this is important. I'm sure. Why wear gloves? But yeah, there's the sun. Yes. Although definitely not the most beautiful thing that I've seen in this episode today. Okay, you guys should probably get back inside. Like, now, guys, hurry. I guess watching the sunrise would be difficult for a vampire. Okay, my cat was scratching on the door, so I'm gonna see if he still wants in real quick. I'll be back. I have returned. Okay. Yes, same bed indeed. Cold season. Okay. I guess next episode is Sekikari. I want to protect just all of those smiles. Is that asking for somewhat too much? I mean, just every girl in this show I just want to just hug and take home. Okay, usually this show has like an after credit scene, but okay. Well, that was the 10th episode of Tonari no Kyuuketsuki-san. And I would say this is one of the best episodes of the show. I would put it at least top 3. This was just so happy, heartwarming, so fun, just everything I want out of the show. You know, so Yuri, so shippy, just really, this was an experience to watch right here. I probably need some time for it to digest, and maybe it'll be my favorite episode in general once I've had some time to really think about it. But yeah, that was a great episode without a doubt. Okay, so the first part, Halloween. We're celebrating Halloween. Akari dresses up like a vampire because, you know, why wouldn't you dress up like what your, you know, actual, you know, waifu is like real life. That just makes sense. And that was funny because she just took it the wrong way. She took it way too seriously. Like, oh my god, what did Ellie do to you? Give me back my human Akari. But no, she was just playing around. It's just a costume, you know, just a prank, bro. But we did decide to have a Halloween party, which meant we invited all of our friends over, which included our, you know, our backup friends or side friends, you know, Sakuya and you. Which I'm glad they don't get enough screen time. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're like ignored in the ED or whatever. But yeah, they got to show up. And the best thing about this is we got to see all of them in their costumes. Now, of course, you and Sakuya's costumes, they weren't anything too special, you know, they were nice, but nothing, you know, really eye-grabbing, you know, eye-catching. Which is to be expected because they're just background friends, really. But, you know, the rest of the characters all had great costumes. Like, let's see. First of all, we had Sophie, who looked great in her costume. You know, you had Akari, who wanted to make a costume for her, had a vision of what she wanted, but that's not quite what we got. What Sophie, I don't know what you described. Oh yeah, a witch, that's what it was. Sophie wore a witch costume, which she looked adorable in. I loved it. I loved it. I don't actually remember the order the costumes were revealed in, but I know that Hinata came after Ellie. And when it was Ellie's turn, you know, Ellie's costume definitely just really spoke to me, you know. We know what kind of person Ellie is. She's always been a very adult, mature type character, you know. We saw what she wanted to get, you know, Akari as a present. But yeah, so this outfit's not that surprising really, but wow, did it get my attention. Very, very minimalist. It's just funny because you had other characters talk about, yeah, there's no way I could wear my costume on the way here. I mean, that would just be way too embarrassing. You know, those completely normal costumes. And then Ellie walks in there wearing almost nothing. Like, yeah, I walked here in this outfit, you know, well, what of it? You know, who cares if only half my butt's covered? You know, it's great. So definitely the opposite end of that spectrum. So that was pretty, you know, pretty funny. But I certainly appreciated it. So that was probably one of the best costumes. However, Hinata's was really good too. Like, Hinata had to follow up Ellie, and she looked absolutely adorable in hers. It suited her well. She looked great in it. I think she should wear it more often, personally. I have the same thoughts on Ellie's costume, to be fair. But yeah, that was just great to see. So yeah, the Halloween party was just a lot of fun. You know, we had candy and stuff, and see, are there any specifics of the party that I can talk about? See, man, that Ellie costume reveal really was great. But yeah, nothing too much to talk about that. But we also had a Christmas party. However, in between the two things, we did have a bit of a really shippy scene between Sakuya and Yu. Like, they're just standing there looking at each other. You know, Yu being all like, "Hey, so you want to come over to my place? You know." Oh, you mean with that one person? No, not them. You know, my parents will be gone too. It'll just be you and me. Oh, well, I mean, well, I guess if you want to, you know, just that was a really great scene. You had the sparkles and all that. That scene could not be any more shippy if you tried. And then you had Akari who was about to interrupt it. Hinata's like, no, this is you can't interrupt that. But it was kind of already interrupted. But, you know, I do like how Hinata's like apparently really on board with their relationship. So glad to see that. Just glad to see all of the Yuri encouragement in this episode / show. It's great to see. But yeah, Christmas party. For some reason, we decided to jump straight from Halloween to Christmas. You don't usually get those two things in the same episode, which is interesting. But before I get into the Christmas party stuff too much, there's something I want to kind of talk about with the show format in general. Now, this show, it's a slice of life anime, you know, where most of the main girls are high school girls, of course. But the thing is, not all of them. Two of our main girls are not high school girls. They're like, you know, look the same age, of course, but they are not. They are vampires. They are immortal creatures. They don't go to high school, and they don't live with their parents or anything. So that little thing there, it really does change the dynamic of things a lot, because that was really showcased, and it's something I thought about during that scene. But that scene where the Halloween party was over and you had Yu and Sakuya and Hinata, you know, all go home, and yet the other half of the people didn't, because, you know, Akari just lives there with her waifu because she has the consent of her parents to do so. And then you have Ellie, who just, you know, lives nearby. So I just really like the format of the characters and how that all works and how that leads to some interesting, you know, different sort of scenes. You know, you don't have a situation where everyone goes back to their homes. You had some people go back to their homes. Some people just kind of stay there either because they already live there or because they live close by and like, hey, just, you know, I don't got to go home yet. I don't have parents. I don't have a curfew. I can just stick around as long as I want. I can sleep here if I want to, you know. I just really like that dynamic with the show. It definitely adds a bit of different flavor to certain scenes and stuff. So that's just something I want to comment on before I forgot about it. Just that's a really cool thing with the show. Anyway, back to the Christmas party. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, especially when we were going, you know, Akari and Hinata was going shopping, and they were like, hey, you know, it's a real shame that Ellie and Sophie can't enjoy this cake with us. Yeah, well, I know, what if we make a sponge cake and just bathe it in blood? They'd like that. Yeah, they would like that, but nobody else would. That's a problem. But we came up with a pretty, you know, straightforward compromise of making 2 cakes, you know. A human cake, well, not that kind of human cake. I mean, a cake meant for humans. And a blood cake for the vampires, so... Yeah, of course, it was a little bit too hard to eat, although we have seen vampires lift tractors and stuff, so I think they could eat it if they really wanted to, you know? Just break to that cake. Like, they can do that, so hopefully, you know, the writer hasn't forgotten that's a thing, because we have already demonstrated the incredible vampire strength. But, yeah, the party was a lot of fun, you know? We, I think the kotatsu came after the party, really, but we did break out a kotatsu, which was great. I love certain lines like, hey, don't go in the kotatsu, you won't leave, which is very true. But we exchanged presents, which is like I think that was a real highlight of the Christmas scene, was the exchange of presents. Because we talked about that, like, hey, what would Akari like? You know, like to Hinata on the phone, because Hinata would know her best. Like, well, she probably just wants something handmade, you know, it's with your warm feelings inside. She thinks she said something to that effect. Or so that she would want that from Akari, something like that. But yeah, eventually we got to the gift exchange, and it honestly went pretty much as well as it could have. You had Ellie and Hinata who essentially exchanged gifts, and I meant Sophie and Akari who exchanged gifts as well. Now, and all of these were pretty fun to watch, because Ellie, I guess I should do Hinata first. Hinata got lipstick from Ellie, which makes sense. Ellie's, you know, always been into the makeup, however, she always had difficulty putting it on herself because she can't see herself in the mirror. But she can put it on someone else, and she did that. She actually put it on Ellie, you know, quick shippy scene there, and she looked pretty nice like that, I would say. So, yeah, it's always a little bit awkward when you have these shippy scenes between Ellie and Hinata just like focused over on, you know, Akari, who already has her own waifu, so, I don't know, it's always a little bit weird when Hinata does that, but, you know, just stick with Ellie, Hinata, I think Akari's that ship's never gonna sail, I'm sorry, you gotta stick in your own lane, it's for the best. But, yeah, that was great to see. And also you had, Hinata's present that she gave to Ellie. It was just a stuffed animal. There wasn't a lot to say on the scene, aside from it was just adorable. You know, it's obviously kind of a kitty present, you know, which you would think Ellie would have a problem with, considering how those two initially butt heads by calling her a child. But she actually quite liked the present, you know? She tried not to sound too enthusiastic about it or anything, but you could tell after watching her that the way she was cuddling it, that she liked it. She was happy with the present, and I'm sure Hinata's happy that she was happy with the present. On the other side, we had Ellie. Why do I keep trying to call Akari Ellie? I don't know what's wrong. Anyway, Akari and Sophie. Now, Sophie, she got the gloves from Akari, and the one scene where they were holding hands, and Akari had some sort of reaction, but we didn't know exactly what it was about. We finally had that answered in this scene. Apparently back then she realized her hands were cold, which, I mean, that's not a big revelation. She is a vampire, you know, they tend to be cold. But she was like, hey, I'll give you some gloves. However, you know, it's not really necessary because vampires aren't going to, like, die from the cold or anything, but the present was definitely appreciated nonetheless. We could especially tell that in a future scene where she was like, like, these were made by a high school girl, you know, it's awesome, and stuff, so that was good. And then, what did Akari get from Sophie? I'm kind of blanking on that. Let's see. You got something from her, I'm sure. I'll write the manga. Okay. Pay Attention to Me, Octopus by Kawai Oruka. I mean, I guess I could talk about that present in general. Well, it's obviously implying that it's a love story between a human girl and a octopus. Well, I mean, the tentacle hentai jokes just kind of make themselves there, of course, but that was pretty clever. I mean, I didn't really think about it much at the time because I was more focused on the overall scene, but that's a pretty funny manga. I guess you couldn't really call it a Yuri manga unless the octopus is female, which it very well could be. It does look like it could be feminine. I mean, there's a blush there and a collar. So I'm gonna go with it being female, so it's still technically a Yuri manga, I'm gonna say. But yeah, I'm sure it's pretty good. I'll definitely read it if it's a real thing, which it's probably not. But anyway, yeah, that was a gift that Akari appreciated because she's, you know, I mean, she's into anime manga as well, I'm sure. I mean, not quite as much as Sophie, maybe, but I'm sure she's into it too. And that, I'm sure she'll make good use of that. She'll enjoy it. She definitely, obviously respects Sophie's recommendations, so, you know, that was all good. Just not a lot to say about that, really, in general. See, there was a scene where Ellie helping Hinato, you know, walk in her home, which was very, very cute. Another really should be scene between the two of them. And this time, you know, Akari was nowhere nearby to kind of, you know, I don't want to say, you know, interrupt, but, you know, to complicate things. So you can just appreciate the shippiness for what it was there, which is great. I very much appreciated that scene. See, anything else with the episode? I mean, when Akari made a comment about wanting, you know, Sophie as her present, part of me was hoping for one of those classic anime scenes where the character shows up, you know, completely naked, just with her body, the important bits covered up with a ribbon, you know, so that they become your present. Like, I'm sure those of you who have watched a lot of anime, you've probably seen a few scenes like that. So, you know, we didn't get that, though. Which makes sense. I mean, that's not really Sophie's not usually the kind of person to do things like that. I mean, Ellie would do that, and I would love to see Ellie do that. And as I said that, I was skimming through the episode, I went to a certain very nice shot of Ellie. But yeah, that's a very memorable costume right there. And I still like Sophie relating things to anime. Like, I heard about this on anime, so isn't that what real life is like? You know, which I once in a while fall into that trap myself. I had to kind of remind myself that, you know, anime things aren't always indicative of real life Japan. Sometimes they are, I'm sure, but not always. So I do try to take things I learn from anime with a grain of salt as far as, you know, Japanese culture and all that. So yeah, I think that really is about it. So yeah, great episode, just amazing episode. And time to wait for the next one. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.